Hey, second grade, here is your Henry's Freedom Box comprehension check. Make sure you start with your name at the top. And here we go. Number 1 says, why didn't Henry say thank you? If you remember in the very beginning of the story, when he was just a little boy, his owner was very sick, right? And he was going to die. And so instead of setting him free, he decided to sell him to his son. So why didn't he say thank you for that? Did he not hear the man? Did he not want to lie to the man? Was Henry rude, or is it all of the above? So remember, unless it's all 3, you have to just pick one and don't pick this bottom one, okay? Why did he not say thank you? The man also told him he never wanted him to do what? That'll answer the question, right? He said, I hope you never blank. So he didn't say thank you because he was trying not to blank. Good. What wasn't Henry allowed to know about himself? Was he not allowed to know where he was from, what he was allergic to, his birthday, or his siblings? If you remember, he was with his mom and brothers and sisters, so he knew his siblings, right? Which one of these did he get at the end of the book finally that he's never had before? Awesome. True or false? Henry got married and had 3 children. True or false? How did Henry ensure that he could have a day off work to escape? So remember, he needed to escape in that crate, and he had to make sure he didn't go to work that day. So what would cause him to not go to work that day? Did he hurt or injure himself? Did he pretend to oversleep? Did he hide under his bed, or did he tell his boss that he needed a break? Which one of these did he do to make sure he didn't have to go to work? Good job. And number 5, Henry's plan for freedom involved riding all the way up north in a horse-drawn buggy. Was that our vocab word, or what was our vocab word? He rode on something else up north. Is that true or false? Did he ride in a horse-drawn buggy? Good. Go ahead and pause if you need to. All right, short answer time. Who helped Henry escape? So you can go back to some notes from the story that we read, or you can go back to the story one more time. There are 2 men who helped him escape, and it names both of them. How do the illustrations help you figure out the setting of this book? So looking at the pictures in the story, if you remember, it talks about steamboats and horse-drawn buggies, and the roads were dirt. So what kinds of things did the illustrator use to tell you? Did the story take place recently, like when you and I were alive, or was this from a long time ago, and how can you tell? Go ahead and pause and tell me a sentence about that. Why did Henry want to be sent to Philadelphia? So if you remember, friends, we talked about slavery was still happening in the South. So where Henry was from, it was still okay for people to own other people. Up north, was that true? Why did he want to go to Philadelphia? What was different about going up north? Good job. Describe 2 different moods that were conveyed in Henry's Freedom Box when in the book you felt that way. So remember, we did that activity where we talked about 2 different parts of the story. We described what was happening and how it made us feel. So you can even pull that out and use those 2 examples here. Or you can think of a different 2 times, but think of one time where you felt a certain way, and then tell me another time where you felt a different way. Maybe one of the parts made you feel happy, maybe one of the parts made you feel sad. Go ahead and pause. Number 10, why was Henry jealous of the birds? Friends, if you look outside at birds outside, what do they get to do? They get to fly around wherever they want, doing whatever they want when they want, right? Birds are free. That's right. So why was he so jealous? What was he free? How did he become like the birds at the end of the book? So by the time the story ended, was he like the birds? How? Go ahead and pause. Okay, here is your vocabulary. Our whole class was stunned as the school mascot blank through the door. If he's running through a door, which one of these would make the most sense? We watched in awe as the blank rolled down the river on that sunny afternoon. Which one of these would go down a river? Jude's teacher blank him over to her desk to discuss his answers on the math quiz. If someone's asking you to come over to them, which of these words means that? Greg and Macy lay in the grass and waited for the next jet to blank over their heads. What do jet planes do? Awesome. The end of the school year was very blank as we were excited that summer was approaching, but sad to leave our friends. Ooh, which one of those words means happy and sad? Good. And last question. Our class took a field trip to a local blank where materials and supplies were stored. Which of these places is somewhere where you keep things, where you store things? Awesome. All right, second grade, great job. Go ahead and put this in your red folder to either bring back with you to school or to turn into your teacher if you are a Zoomie. All right, good job.